audio is working, you guys can let me know. How you guys doing? Let me see what's up. Oh, let me catch up. What's happening here? Is it working? Hello? It's working fine? All right. I'm like waiting to hear myself talk. I'm not getting to the talking part. If you guys say it's fine, I trust you. Because all I see is just myself in this messy room. Fine? All right. I hear myself now. Hey guys. So I don't know why this I don't know why this camera on my computer decided to do this thing where it moves around. So like, let me like reset. See, it's like moving on its own. Why is it doing that? I don't know when it started doing that, but I don't like it because I want to control what you guys see, and I want you to see more up than the floor down here. Well, whatever. Yeah, this room's kind of a mess. I'm kind of a mess. But right now the art barn is not usable for streaming. I need to get like Starlink or something. I heard the baby gate. Does that mean Jack is on his way to tell me something? Yeah. I think we need... You could turn it off in settings. What am I turning off? I forgot. Oh, the camera thing? Okay, I tried doing it in settings. Oh, maybe in the Mac setting. You're right. I tried doing it in the OBS settings. See? Oh my God, it's following me to the floor. I hate that. Anyway, this room is a mess because I am currently using it as my art barn. So I have my projects everywhere. There's feathers on the floor. There's paints everywhere. There's a mannequin behind me. And there's like helicopters again as soon as I start streaming, of course. What the fuck? These goddamn helicopters whenever I start streaming. But yeah, I have a lot of paints. I have some really exciting stuff for my performing stuff back here. Some lovely comp cards and things. And I have my paints around me. And let me just show you guys what I'm working on over here. I set up a camera over here. This goddamn moving camera. Set up the camera right here for you guys to check out this project that I am currently working on. Just bear with me with these camera angles. There we go. How's that? Hey. So what I'm working on here are some eyes. I've marked off where you guys can see it so I don't lose track of your visibility. And I've marked off this lovely little frame here. Let me make sure that it looks good. So yeah, so you can always be in shot here. But I don't like that this main camera is so focused on this negative space right here. It should either be my face. It should really be my face because you guys can see what's happening here. Anyway, so I was gonna test this out with you guys live because I thought, you know what? I have all this crafting to do. May as well do it on stream with you guys. It's just a lot of boring, wasted time. Not wasted, obviously, but, you know, a lot of just stagnant time. And I just thought maybe I can just stream while I do it. I have a lot of eyes to do. A lot. Like, probably more than this. But there's, like, a lot of eyes I'm working on. So I decided to test one out, the method out. And so I made this the other day. This is my test one. It's not perfect, but I quite like it. Let me see how this works. Whoa, this is like totally different perspective, man. It's weird. It's not perfect, but I do like the result. So I am doing a costume for this charity gala that's coming up. Yeah, so this charity gala that's coming up, and I am going to be doing some event entertainment for it. And it is going to be for a charity called Angels of Light. And funny enough, my main costume is angels, but I decided to, because, you know, I have the whole Nephilim angel thing going on. So I definitely have like angel looks that has been part of my costumes for event entertainment, but I wanted to go a different route with this. I wanted to do something beautiful, but incorporate a little bit of the biblically accurate type of angel within the costume. So it's going to have a lot of eyes to it. And I wanted to make realistic looking eyes all over. And that's what this mannequin is for as well. It's just a base costume. It's crinoline in the base corset. And I have a lot of like feathers and stuff that I'm going to work with. I'm going to make this beautiful piece inspired by, I never know how to say their name, but it basically means poop. I think it's like fecal matter or something. It's this weird designer. I know the right's gonna say it's satanic and all that. But anyway, they clothed Lady Gaga for like the Grammys. And she had the whole like feather thing. And then I think Schiaparelli had some like feather shoes and some feather action as well. I think like feather is kind of having its moment. But I mean, angels have feathers. So especially the biblically accurate ones. It's like just feathers and eyes. So that's really what the costume is going to be, feathers and eyes. Yeah, and the eyes are inspired by Schiaparelli as well, with these like realistic eyes. And with this eye, this is my prototype, my test as far as the eyeball goes. And then I made the eyelid around it as well, but it's going to be this white eyelid part. I'm going to gold leaf it. So it's going to look like a piece of jewelry. But what is really cool about this, I attached it to like a button back thing. So I can like affix it to like kind of like a button for something. I don't know. I was just testing things out. But so since it's going to be a costume and like a lot of them, and I'm like gluing it on and what have you, things for costuming, like I like weight. I think weight is really cool for jewelry and for my costumes. My costumes have like Swarovski crystals and crystal beading, fringe beaded, crystal beaded fringe, like things that make it really heavy. It's really, really cool. However, sometimes you gotta be careful with like the amount of like weight with something like this that you're putting on things. And I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to place all of the eyes, and you know, I might put it on a headdress, and with a headdress in particular, you have to be very careful about weight. I wanted to put them on gloves, so they're going to be like on my hands. I forgot you guys can see me. I'm like lurching over here. So I want to put it on gloves. So like think about the weight on a glove. Like it needs to be very, very light and airy. So the issue of just using resin and like heavy things, because the like reason why it looks like a realistic eye is the resin. And so it's like when you're just adding, I've done all that with headdresses and everything, and it really gets heavy. So I was like really concerned about the weight, because I knew this was going to be like a lot of stuff involved in this. So I decided to use the white like clay part of this project is a foam air dry foam clay. It's incredibly light. This giant thing of it is just like so light. And so it's incredible. It's very foamy, foam clay, air dry. So it's like the lightest thing ever. It's so light. So when I do like the little detailing of the eye, it really doesn't add that much weight to it. And then I'm going to gold leaf the eyelid, as I said. So yeah, that's the base. Let me just check in on you guys, how you guys are doing. Let me see how you guys are doing over here. All right, we got 12 people watching. That's fun. Audio is fine. Happy Sunday evening. Hi, Jay. Thanks for coming in. Always miss you. Hi, Martina. Haven't seen you doing lives in a while. Yeah, I know, man. Wise Guy Entertainment. I think I answered your question with the air dry clay. Yeah. Hi, Allie. Thanks, James Harris. Nice to see you in here. Love to see your drawing, your paintings, your art as well. No, unfortunately, Wise Guys, this mannequin was like the cheapest thing ever off Amazon. It was like $20. The one that I had stored for like a decade and in my art barn, I don't know, it's all like fucked up. So I was like, I just need a new one. And so I was in an emergency, needed to have one for the other gala that I did in February. And I was like, I just need one like ASAP. And there was one incredibly cheap on Amazon. So I, it's not the exact measurements to me, which makes it annoying when working on stuff like corsets or like fitted costumes, dresses and what have you. But it's, you make up for it. You understand where the differences are sometimes. But yeah, that'd be great to get one that's my size. Although my size is ever changing. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're caught up in here. And don't forget, if you like what you see, you can always support the stream. Okay, so I'm gonna stop just chit-chatting and bullshitting. I'm not gonna focus on streaming too much here. I need to get to crafting. So I have the music playing on, chilling, and you guys can see what I am doing here. All right, so this was my test run. I do like it. I'm gonna gold leaf it. There's a little bit of bleeding on that green, but it's generally fine, honestly, for a costume piece. So I'm gonna put that aside until I get to gold leafing. I have all these that I was working on. Basically, I have molds for like doll eyes. Now these are all quite small, honestly, really small. That one's so small. These were the biggest ones I could find. So then with the eyelid on it, it's like, okay, it's like, oh shit, I'm moving the camera, no. I'm an idiot. So yeah, so I don't know, with the eyelid, it's probably like gonna be like that size. Oh my god, my nails look dirty. They're not. It's just crafting. It's just art, man. It's like being a mechanic. So it's like okay size, but I do want some really big ones. So I was trying to make some makeshift like eyes, but like big ones by just molding like a semicircle, and then I like carved away. So I kind of like just skipped a process while making the big ones. Oh, God, it's difficult to get this angle for you guys. I kind of skipped a process making the big ones because with these little ones, I'm gonna fill in the holes a bit with more clay, and then I build the texture of the eyes, which is what I did here. I built some texture into the eyes, but I'm not sure I did it deep enough on these big ones. I think we should be, maybe should be quite deep, maybe? I don't know. Maybe these holes need to be a bit bigger. I don't know. I'm just experimenting here. We'll figure it out. I feel like this needs to be less thick too. If we can cut it, it's foam now. It's dried, so I'm thinking maybe I can just slice it so it's less like thick. It's like a full-on eyeball. All right, let's start with one here. So yeah, I made the molds, and then I just watched a video on how to make this, and then I tested it out, and it was fabulous. So I don't know. I guess the first thing I do is kind of circle the hole and with a color. I like using greens and hazels because I have green and hazelish eyes. The green with like a little orange ring in it. And the Nephilim angels had green eyes. So I think green is a magical, rare color. Love it. So that's what I'm going with. Oh my God, I also may fall. I fell the other day on this ottoman. It's not very sturdy, so I hope I don't fall and knock everything over. This stuff is like kind of addicting to touch. Look at this. And it's like foamy. This is like the foam slime they give kids to play with. And it's so light. It's incredible. I do have a tub of, oh God, my God, a little goes a long way. I hardly need any of this. Just gonna pinch a little bit off to play with, and that's really all I need for a while. I do have a tub of like actual air dry clay, like just clay, and it's so heavy compared to this. All right. Take a piece of this. Come on, stick. It's not sticking to that. That's weird. Get it to stick. Whoa. Not sticking to the fake 70s table. Interesting. And then I'm just gonna stick it on that so it doesn't move around so much. Let me take another piece. Littlest piece ever. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, so there's this dark ring, and you need the tiniest piece, man. Tiniest piece. Less than you think you need in here, usually. And then I have this like tool that plugs in. Don't need to plug it in at all. It's basically like a crafting Dremel tool, but it has this really fine tip, kind of like needle to it, and a really nice handle. So it's useful to use for this. That's what I like about, you know, what the word tool means. Tool can be used for various things. It's a tool. It's not just one thing. So I'm just creating the texture of the inside of the eye. Actually, I'm going to use a little bit more clay. Sorry about the shadowing. I don't know if you can really tell what I'm doing. If it's too bright, I feel like there's like too much light on it. I need like show the shadowing. But I'm basically just creating like the little lines. I'm probably doing too much because I have a million of these to make, but this is only my second one ever made, so, you know, I want to figure it out. Okay, well, I think that's good. Oh no! I wish I had various stages of this completed more, because don't I have to let that dry now? Oh my god. Wow, see, it really sticks to itself. So that's kind of what I'm going for with adding a little bit more in the middle where I didn't paint. It should stick in there to itself, hopefully. God, damn it. Okay, don't stick to yourself there. I don't know if you could see the little textures in there, but once you like add all the little textures in there, you can kind of put some pigment and it'll like separate into all the little creases you've created and really create a realistic looking eye. It's really cool. So you gotta make sure you have like those ridges. That's where all the pigment's gonna go. All right, let's do another one. Maybe there's too much in this one. You need room for the pigment. But also, because it's foam, I feel like it kind of puffs a lot. After you like push it down, it kind of puffs back up. So I'm gonna take some out. I'm gonna have to streamline this. Too long. I think I'm also impatient because I have a toddler and it's like I need to hurry the fuck up when I like have my free time and get shit done. It's just like not sticking to the acrylic paint part, but it should stick to itself because it sticks to itself pretty well. And then I'm trying to get the creases at the same time, and then it's shifting around. Bitch. Okay. Well, take a break on that one. I'll keep this in the shot for viewers. Let's see this one. I think I should carve into that one anymore. Let me turn this machine on. Oh, scary. Let's make sure that's on correctly. Oh my. It's making this light flicker. Ooh! Oh my god, it's scary. Oh my god. Machines. I hope I don't get hurt. What if it slips and cuts me? I'm scared. Oh my god. Trying to make it less thick, bulky. Just kind of slim it down a little bit. I'm probably gonna get hurt. Ah! Oh my god. Seriously on edge about this tool? Oh my god. It's gonna slip and hurt me. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna take a break from that one. See if I can pop this off. That was scary. Ooh, still wet in there. Still wet in there. Damn. But I'm pretty happy with shortening the bulk out because that was too thick. I'm happy about that. It was like a decent amount that I pulled off there. Alright. The top part is dry, so we can totally make that an eye, but this bottom part needs to dry up a little bit more. I wonder if I can like... It doesn't matter how rugged this looks because I'm going to add the eyelid and, you know, fix it to something. affix it to something. So it's fine. But I wonder if I wanted to trim it out anymore. Don't even need to turn it on. Way faster and easier than turning it on. My God, and less mess. Just slicing right through it. So much better. So much better, much shorter, less bulky. It's a nice girth to it. Awesome. Honestly, better than the other one. Should probably just get the X-Acto knife for this, but I'll be right back. Turn this camera off. It's my shitty X-Acto knife, so that's gonna be fun. One second. Just do a few more little ones before I fill in those big ones. They're definitely much flatter, but honestly I think that's a good thing for what I need them for, especially the big ones. It's like these ones are a little like thicker, but that one's actually pretty spot on, I think. I don't know. Whatever. paint one. I need to do a lot of filling in, but we'll paint one and then do some more filling in. It's kind of the boring bit. First thing first, I suppose. We'll make some pupils. Let's make some pupils. Oh shit. I had some, this is how I was making kind of some of these big ones. I found this, like, it's not a mold, it's actually a an epoxy resin kind of pory thing. But I thought it was a pretty good semicircle shape. And it didn't matter about that part because I was going to cut the hole into it anyway to do that middle bit. Left it in there for some time. And that's actually ready to, like, turn into that thing. That's quite fun. So like I said, the big one, I kind of skip a step because these ones I like put into a mold, then they had to dry, then I pop them out and there's this gigantic hole. And to make it realistic, you have to like fill it in a bit and then create the textures like that. But I was like, why do all that when like I can just start with that and create these textures? So I'm just gonna cut into that a little bit and start creating textures in a hole. Oh shit, that looks like shit there. I have water somewhere. I'm assuming this is like the foam air dry clay is like a clay. You use some water, kind of like buff some spots out. It's a bit tacky now, which sucks, but whatever. And I'm kind of like pointing it at an angle downwards to make it like cave in a bit, because you want like the color to pool in the middle, and then you put the pupil in there. It's gonna sit right in there. So I think you need to scratch it up a bit. That's it. That's making a better texture. Just gotta dig that part out. It's kind of weird what a what an eye looks like, you know? It's like I'm making an eye right now, and it's kind of wild. Thinking about this part of the eye, the little streaks of colors and textures in there. What is it? the foam clay, it's like so springy, it just kind of bounces back, so you have to like keep kind of digging into it. I think with like polymer clay, with which is what you're supposed to use, it's better. This is just so spongy, but it's fine. It's gonna look like an eye. Starting to get there. Getting too big. Just want the textures to look cool. It's just kind of weird. Whatever. All right. I'm gonna use this non-stick Teflon pan that I don't use anymore because I don't use Teflon, but it's good for a non-stick surface for UV resin. Oh my god, the flashlight. Oh no, I don't need the flashlight. I have a UV thing. Okay, it's right here. Use this. It is not going to like being plugged in at the same time as my other light. UV resin. Okay, this is my palette from the other day. And it is UV resin, not paint. So I don't know if this is still like good to go. And I've been using some of my pins here to dip it in there. I think I need a different pin. Let's see. Yeah, it's still goopy. Look at that. Okay, cool. Until it's cured, it'll stay goopy. But basically you just, I put black pigment with the UV resin to make black. And I mean, I still have some here. You'd be surprised. A little goes a long way. And then I'm just going to make little dots of various sizes because I have various size eyes. Depends on how big they are. So I have a few little ones. I think those will be good for the little ones. See how big I need for the big one. No idea what sizes we need. This is like I said, I've never done this shit before, so I'm just figuring it out right now. I think those look quite small, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna add a bit more UV resin. It's clear. And then I'm gonna add the pigment. Black. We're doing irises. Irises? No. What is it called? The blacks of the eyes. Pupil. It's probably a lot of pigment for that little bit of resin, but I don't care. Whatever. Let's see. just make like a big one. That's like a really nice one. Don't know how big we need them, but I'm gonna do various sizes just to have them. Probably spreading. I should probably just hit the UV lamp right now. Do a few various sizes real quick. Okay. Let's see how those look. All right, hopefully this outlet doesn't crap out and shut off because of all that's going on. Let me turn this light off. Oh no. What was that? What was that noise? Damn, some of those people started to look weird. They've moved and they look a little oval. Fuck. I always get really impatient about this part. I start poking it, but I suppose I can start poking one of the oval ones since they're fucked up anyway. No, it's still goofy. Alright, I'm gonna hit it real close. Why did the camera move to my face? It should really be much quicker than this, I think. Yeah, I made that one bleed. Oh, it's bleeding. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let them sit right there. Let's let the light just sit on it for a good few minutes. should be done. Ooh, it's so hot. Oh my god. So hot. Like, hurry up. Tiniest dot ever. Just cure. You know what? I have too much pigment in it. That's why. When you put too much pigment in it, it breaks down the like curing process because you're adding something that's not the curing to it. So let me add a little more resin to the pigment. Pop that one up. It's curing while I'm doing it, so didn't like that very much. swatch another fucked up one. That one's kind of gummy. Yeah, see that one with more. That one with more resin, nice and hard. Switch lights. Okay, so this side has the one with more resin in it. It's looking pretty good. These ones have more pigment in it, and they're pretty gummy. But the small ones are kind of decent. I really like the small ones on these, so I'm going to try to pluck them off if they don't. They might be too gummy. Yeah, they're not great. But whatever, we'll put them aside. Alright, now we gotta just pluck them off. There is this side, which is much harder. It's better, but it's a little bit more transparent, which I don't love. But, ooh, that came right off. Yeah, I think with the small ones, I might use them. Even though they're a little gummy, because it's gonna be tucked inside some more resin. So, if I can get away with the darker ones, I want to. Probably stick the knife away from my face. Safety first. Where'd it go? That was a good one. There it is, found it. Okay, let's put these over here so we know which ones are which. These ones are gonna pop off. Oh my god, did I seriously do that? Alright, I think I have to put these in a safer spot. Let's put them in another palette. Still wet. God, I'm getting it everywhere. Looks like a cool pupil though. Don't look very circular. Oh my God. Oh my God, how do I get these off? Probably should have done it on silicone. That's what you're supposed to do, but these worked the other day, no problem. But to be fair, they were probably a bit gummy. Oh, there they go. Yeah, it's Teflon, man. It should work. Which ones are circular? We have a lot of pupils. Just get some big ones. I'm making this. I think we're working on a big one here. All right, the fun part begins. Let's do some pigment. Let's start with like the ring that I do on the smaller ones. Like this ring situation. And I like the dark green. I'm going to use an acrylic paint because ultimately I think I need acrylic in there as well as pigment to have the like UV resin like attach better, but like it's pretty good. It's just the foam is very porous, so you kind of want to like stop the porousness, but a little bit of acrylic does the job. I'm using my child's paintbrush. I couldn't find any paintbrushes, if you could imagine that, in this gigantic art barn. And I need paintbrushes. Anyway, so it's not going to have that perficular. What was I trying to say? The circular, perfect circular. That's what I was trying to say. Ring, because you saw how I made these, so I'm gonna kind of go around it a little bit extra to create like a ring. Does everyone have a ring around their eye? I think I do. I have a ring, right? Do we all have a ring? I don't know, but you can even see already as I'm painting the ring that the brush is stroking some of those craters that I made. So it's already starting to do its job. It's really cool. kind of like making the bigger ones better. The molds are like too small, and then there's like extra steps involved. Let's see how it turns out first. I wish I had better brushes. I need to go to Michael's. Michael's Arts and Craft Supplies, if you don't know what that means. It is a known store in my household. I'm excited. It's getting there. I'm using a kid's brush and all. So yeah, I think I'm going to continue painting these craters because, like I said, I need that layer of acrylic on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, but I'm gonna lighten up this green a bit. So I'm just doing like a base color and filling in the grooves because I have a little bit of like, we can do different colors, but I also have a little bit of the mica powder, gold. So that's gonna give it this, how do I do this? It's gonna give it some like that, like I said, the orangey color, like mine in the middle, with extra little sparkle because it's gold, little mica powder for the UV resin. So I'm just doing some base colors here. Feels weird doing this. I feel like I'm literally coloring the insides of someone's eye. add some dimension to that color. And we'll add, I don't know. I mean, like, you could add different, like, variations of green before we add that gold mica. Because we are also going to add a little, like, amber brownish kind of acrylic resin to it. The resin to it. It's going to be colored, so we are going to add different kind of textures. I think that's maybe textures of colors. So maybe that's pretty good. I'll do one more variation. It doesn't really look any different. It's like pointless. I'm hardly doing anything. Okay, let's just let that dry for a second. It's acrylic, so it's gonna dry really fast. And then we can put some of that mica powder into the grooves. So maybe we'll do the insides of another one a little bit more with that foam. See how the little one's doing. Let these dry off for a minute. Look at that. When you get the perfect amount of clay in there, you don't even have to fuss about that much. Boom. I'm going to streamline that. Do you see the textures in there? Cool. Let's do one more. This one has like a brownish ring. Thanks, wise guys, for being here. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's fun when you see it come together. Once you get that last bit of resin on the top of that eye, it's like holy shit. When you get it, when you get the pupil in there and everything, it's like wow. It really comes together. Every little bit is important, though. Look at that. When you start streamlining the amount of, I keep thinking dough, trying to say dough, the amount of clay that you put in there. So you don't have to fuss about adding and subtracting the dough. And you can kind of gauge it perfectly. It's so convenient. Look at that. As long as this kind of has textures and ridges, because that's really what makes it pop. move on to the next part. Oh, well, I don't think that's fully dry yet. This one. It is acrylic, so it will dry quickly, but it's still a little green on me. So we can do some more of these. Let's do a handful of them. There's some super tiny small ones. I might try those out. Why not? It's kind of cool seeing the like variation of like sizes of the eyes, and then just like imagine all of the different variations like that, and then like on a costume. It makes it look so cool. So I'm excited to have as many different kinds of eyes as possible. This one's kind of big. Kind of lopsided, this eyeball. I don't know. I just figured I was gonna, unless they were like super fucked up where I knew that I couldn't put the resin in it, because you have to like balance the resin. It's called like God, what is it called? They were like calling it something in the video that I watched. It's not like capping. It's like something like that though. But basically you have to like balance the like liquid, the resin, and like get as much height with the should probably do this with the polymer clay. You know what? I may switch the inside bit of these to the regular air dry clay, because even though they were heavier, this is such a small amount that's going inside here, and it's costing me more time and effort to try to manipulate the foam clay inside here. And I think it'll come out much better with, and they're both air dry, so let me go get that clay. I'm gonna take this out. Wow, look at it not want to come out now. I had such a hard time tucking you in and manipulating you. And now you don't want to come out. Alright, well, fine. Let's work on you, and I will try it out on the other ones. Doing crafts and making these costumes is... you're like, sometimes like a scientist, because you have to understand how materials work together and be inventive about it as well. I love that part, though. That's what I loved about, like, the, what is it called? Project Runways, when... when they would go to like the hardware store or something, they would call it the unconventional tasks. Loved that. And they would like take hardware and like stuff and make really cool avant-garde like outfits with it. Love that. And you have to like use your brain differently to do that. It was always funny going to like those stores looking for particular things for crafts, and then having to talk to the hardware people about what I'm looking for, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I have to like think outside the box. This is why I'm looking for this thing. If you can think of something that is like better than what I'm thinking of for this particular need, but they were always like deer in headlights when I'm telling them about my project. So Yeah. Okay. Have I calculated the number of eyes for the costume? No. I'm just winging it. Just winging it. Just want to make a ton, make as many as possible because it's not just my costume. I have other girls that I'm costuming and doing the gig with me. So just making eyes galore. Just making as many eyes as I can possibly do. That reasonably makes sense. And then start putting them onto the costume. But I also have to put the feathers on the costume. So, yeah, but I have until June. But anyway, I'm going to go get the air dry clay. So give me 1 second. I will be right back. Back 1 second. Okay, there's some clay here. It's definitely very different. Different texture, different feel, different weight, different moisture. It's crazy. Shoved up my fingernails. All right, well, we did that one. Okay. That's too much clay. I have a feeling this is a good move. The foam clay is fantastic for the base and the eyelids. It's gonna help so much with the weight issue, but this little bit in here, oh yeah, there we go. Textures are happening. There we go. I don't have to press it a million times. Amazing. get used to it. I might switch over to a needle. I do have the X-Acto knife too, but I think a needle is better. I don't like that camera following me. I think that'll do. Still figuring it out, but I think I'm being a bit too overly detailed on it. It's just, I've never really done this before, so. God, this one's so small. Ooh, that's a good move. Yeah, there we go. Start in the middle and then push it out. Okay, I'm liking that move. That's a good move. How many galas do I participate in annually? Well, I mean, it really depends. I mean, I used to do it all the time, but it was for work. And then I would normally in normal real life me with my husband, we'd do one gala, 1 to 2 galas. One is the New Criterion galas, and then the other one is the Angels of Light, which is what gala I'm doing this for. I originally I wouldn't say patron of the gala, it's not the right word. Guest. I don't know. And then I met the lady that does that and started offering my services, and she loves it. She loves Schiaparelli, who is, a lot of the fashion inspiration, and she gets it, and she loves it. She's a fabulous lady, so that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really liking how this clay is working. Much better. So hopefully it dries fairly quickly. And I can add pigments to it, but that is coming across so much better than the foam in the inside. Holy shit, fantastic. Good thing I figured that out fairly quickly. Beginning process of this. Thanks for bearing with me. Wise guy. Alright, I think this is my last one of these, and then I'm going to check on the big one that we've been coloring, and we're going to add some of that mica pigment to it. And we're getting closer and closer to actually creating an eye tonight. God, it's so hard to see. That's a good move. That's a good move. All right, I'll put the rest of this clay away. Big one. Yeah, it's dry. Love acrylic. Let's put these away to dry. Mica powder right here. So I kind of wish. Actually, this brush dried fairly quickly, so I'm going to do a little dry powder. This giant jug of it, you only need a little bit. I'm going to have this jug of mica powder for decades. There. All right, so the goal is to kind of dust it like antiquing. Oop, too much powder. I don't want to fill in the gaps, so you just gotta dust it. I mean, that'll do. It'll look like an eye. Okay, next step. Let's add some resins. Pigments right here. We've got acrylic on that side, and then we're doing the resins right here. So we're gonna do some of this brown. It's brown color here, and it's going to make us look less like green. It'll look like an eye. Very exciting stuff. Let's just add more. And then this is some green pigment. I'm gonna blend with that. This is color I used the other day. Okay, this is gonna get all over my fingers now, and they're gonna look dirty. Whenever I like poke into the top of these, it like leaks on me somehow. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That was probably too much for that amount of resin. Ugh, I'm an idiot. Alright, it's not so bad actually. Okay, that's an amber color. That is very lovely actually, but that's not the brown color we were working with before, but that would be nice. Okay. It's mixing with the brown underneath and it's I'm like nervous to do too much. I don't want to like fuck it up. Maybe let's add some green. It's more clear than pigment, but we have a lot of green in here as well, so as like the base color, so okay. I'm gonna keep that amber in the middle. Oh no! Oh no, I flicked it. I flicked it on the eyeball part. We're gonna have to add that pupil in there soon. Let's find a good pupil. Okay. Maybe the depth issue is, as I mentioned, I didn't think these were that deep. It's not looking like the other one, but maybe it's just because we're not there yet. Okay. Ooh, you don't want to overdo that resin part. So you don't want it to start dripping over because then it's messed up. All right, we're getting into eye territory now. I've got to hit the UV light real quick, and then we're gonna add more layers to it. Shit. Gotta do it fast. Moving. No, there's all this resin here. Very curious how different it looks than the other one I made. I get nervous. Get nervous if it's fucked up. But there's still a few layers here that we have to do. So you gotta like kind of get the pigment in and balance everything accordingly with the like, what is it called? Pupil. And then you have to like pile on the resin. The thing is, unfortunately, I didn't cut this white part of the eye like very evenly, so it doesn't lay flat. So I have to really be careful of how this resin is balancing. Now I'm gonna add another layer of resin on top because we gotta like round the eye out and really get it to like become round. There we go. It's getting round now. Okay. Oh, it's turning into an eye. Oh no, I don't think I did it correctly. Ah! I just caused a bubble. You don't want bubbles. Shit. It's starting to bleed. I'm fucking it up. Okay. That's okay. Just cover it. Honestly, not the best eyeball. My other one was better. I don't like the position of the pupil. The hole was kind of sketch, but I did it with the foam clay. So I'm curious to do it again with the other clay in the inside for the big one. Really perfect the process, but it's getting there. I'll show you once it's safe. It's just the resin moves around. It's liquidy. So you have to like hit the UV light just very strategically. I got a little mica powder on the whites. Not my best eye, but I have a lot of eyes to make, so it's all right. I'll show you what we're working with, but I'm gonna keep the light on, the UV light on it some more. But I'll show you what it's looking like. I think it has a nice skin on it now with the UV lamp, but I have to keep curing it. How do I show you? Oh my god, it's difficult to see. Yeah, so the pupil's not in the middle, and then I got some mica powder over it, so I have to perfect the process, but you can see how it has that like dimension and depth to it. So I definitely think I could make it better, but what really makes it come to life as well is when you add the eyelid. Like this one looked fucked up to me too, and then I added the eyelid and I was like, damn, that shit really came together. So I'm gonna keep curing this one. And then we can try the other ones out. I don't love that I can see that pupil. It makes me want to like dig it out and like fix it. I'm sure it's fine though. I don't like this eye. It's not a good eye. I'm gonna cure it though. So wonky looking. So Free63 just came in here and asked what the eyes are going to be used for. They are going to be part of a costume that I'm working on for a charity gala. Angels of Light is what it's called, and I have a specialty angel kind of theme with my costumes, but I want to this time around kind of add a little bit of like biblically accurate type of like vibe to the angels. So I'm making a bunch of eyes for the costumes. Bunch of eyes. Yeah, I can see a lot of issues with this one, but again, remember I like was testing it out, this big one, so beautiful effects and texturing in there, but that circle looks like shit. It's not a perfect circle. That's probably why the molds are a thing, but I really think it's more so the pupil placement that's bothering me and the shape of the circle. Interesting. Yeah. I think with the molds, having that like circle in it cut out already is that like it really creates, you know, in science there's like a term for it, you know, when like you have something like in a test tube or whatever and it like liquid creates like that like little stretchy lip, or like when it does like a circular thing, there's like a name for it when you like can add water like more than what's in the container and it starts to like curve up like that. That's what you're aiming for with the eyeball. So you have to like keep piling on the resin like just on that eye bit so that it like domes. I think that's what it's called, doming. That's what it's called. And then cure it. And then you can like slit the rest of the eye, and that's what makes it look good. So I think the like edge of the circle that's created with the like mold really helps like the doming, because I don't have a clean edge when I like carved it out myself. So interesting. All right. So yeah, looks a little retarded, but you can see the effect is there. But let's see if, wait, honestly it needs more doming. It looks like shit. God. Yeah, it needs more doming. But I want to put the eyelid on it ASAP because it's really going to help it out. I think it needs to do a little bit more doming. It's not holding the dome, so it's tripping around. Yeah, we'll put the eyelid on right after this. I'm holding it upside down so that it can dome instead of spread around and flatten out. It can kind of settle in the middle of the eyeball. Whew, it's so hot though. And I don't want it near my face because it's UV. Oh, fuck. It like cured on my fingers. It's on my fingers. I'm gonna just let it sit on it a little bit. But it's sounding like an eyeball. All right, flip it over. I don't like that hitting my face. Shit, I'm still on camera. Fuck. Wow, this UV light gets really hot. I think we're good for a bit. And it's just clear. It like cures pretty well. It's just adding the pigments, like I said, degrades the like curing. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that there's mica like over the pupil. And the pupil's like far down there, but the colors and the textures are cool. And let's add the eyelid. That might make it look a little bit better. Hey, Pablo. It's a shitty looking eye. Here's the first one I made. Let's see if we can get it to look a little less retarded. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out the clay, the air foam clay. Oh shit. Let me put my camera back on. Alright. My hands are like filthy now, but honestly, this part, it doesn't matter because it's gonna be gold leafed anyway. So I'm taking it, let me adjust the camera. There we go. Just taking some of this foam clay and making eyelids with it. Let's see. Let's try to make this shitty eye do something here. Not thrilled about those folds that you see, but maybe I'll put some water over it. Or try again. Let's try again. This time, no folds. There we go. Maybe leave a little bit of white exposed. You start out like that. And then we'll do the bottom part and you build it up a bit more. Definitely more material than we need, but I'll cut the extra off. Still looks a little bit retarded, but it's usable. Don't really like the shape of the iris and where the position of the pupil, but whatever. With a million eyes, you won't notice a difference. But let's cut it out. Maybe. I don't know. I'll leave it like that for now, and then I can always cut it if I want. Oh, actually, let me add a little bit more depth to the eyelids. I think you're supposed to add a little bit more. I was looking up making eyelids with clay. It's a fairly simple process, but you know, I'm not making a whole face here. Let's see. And then you're supposed to like blend that in or something. This isn't like normal clay, it's like foam clay, so I don't know if that was a smart choice to add that on. The camera's kind of at an angle, so you really don't see it the way I'm seeing it a lot of the times. You can see it's a bit of a retarded shape, but it looks like an eye. Pablo is wondering what kind of evil creature I'm trying to create. Well, it is for a costume. I'm doing a charity gala, and it's like angel themed, and it I decided I'm gonna go, and you know, my Nephilim angel thing. But I decided I'm gonna go a little biblically accurate angel vibes. So I'm gonna add a ton of like eyes. Yeah, this clay is not exactly doing what like it's all right actually. Let me blend it. This eyelid. Let me do a little blending. I'm sure with some water it's actually would be fine. I might go get some water. Let me blend this out. But yeah, I'm gonna add a ton of eyes to the costume and make it like this cool, biblically accurate kind of angel costume. I think if I just like cover more of the eye, you won't see the retarded shape of it, and it just looks kind of like an SSRI zoomer eye, you know? It's like you don't notice that it's not like the correct shape. It's starting to come out. But yeah, I have to do this like a million times, so I mean, I'm not going to be that picky, but like I said, I'm just learning how to do this with you guys, and then I'm going to like streamline this. I think I need some water. I'm going to get some water for this. I'm going to put this in the shot so people can have a reference. It does looks like an eye. Thank you, Pablo. It does look like an eye. Hungry. I like the blending tool. So yeah, I'm gonna gold leaf the eyelid part. So it's gonna be like a gold piece of jewelry, eye jewelry, like a Schiaparelli piece. I don't know where that pigment came from on that clay. Jesus Christ. Okay, that water is like melting it. I'm not liking that. All right. So note, do not add that second piece of clay to the eyelid because it's not going to blend like the other regular clay. And then when you add water, it's just getting sticky. I'll let that dry a little bit before I try to play with it anymore. We'll do the next piece. Yeah, it's a bit sticky up here. It's getting annoying, but whatever. We made an eye. Move on to the next eye. I think that eye was quite dark. This eye was much lighter. I think I'm gonna have to go with lighter colors. This looks so dark. In the light it looks quite green, yeah. In person it looks quite dark in this light. And remember, it's gonna be a gala, so it's like party lighting. Looks very dark. I think they need to be lighter. That looks good. Okay. Lighter color eyes. Let's do it. Hopefully we can dome that one. Let's see if we can dome this one. Lighter colors. We'll add some white. I'm gonna quickly give it a full coat of a matte varnish, acrylic matte varnish, just to make sure every part of it, including the white part, has a varnish so that the resin can go on it nicely. I put a little pigment in the inside of that already before, but whatever. Oh no. This is glittery. Why is it glittering? Jesus Christ. I need different brushes. The white part now has glitter on it. Another eye fucked up. God damn it. Second to dry. It's acrylic, it'll dry in 2 seconds. That camera better have not like zoomed in on my ass or something. Fucking hate this automatic camera. Not a very sterile environment. I feel like I've got like little hairs and shit on the white parts. I'll put our little sample eye right here. You guys know why I'm coughing. I don't need a cough drop. Alright. It's still tacky, but we're dealing with acrylic, and I'm impatient here, so it's acrylic on acrylic, that's allowed. Don't need a full dry. I do need some white color, though. Where'd my paintbrush go? We're gonna go with a lighter green this time. forgot to do the little circle bit. That's all right. We'll do it now. If I can get a color to work. Oh my god, guys, guess who blocked me on Twitter? That Buttons porn star chick. I hate even calling her a porn star because she's not like a star. She's just a chick that did porn. Hardcore porn. This one looks more circular, less retarded. As long as I can get a pupil in the right spot, I think we're good to go. Size looking great. Pablo said, I don't think there's any porn stars anymore. I mean, I guess, but there's definitely some, like, as far as, like, OnlyFans and stuff, like Camgirl stuff, there's definitely, like, big ones. Like, I see them on Twitter, like, people talk about them, right? Like, Sophie Rain, I think is one of them, is that her name? They definitely don't look like the porn stars of old, though. She just looks kind of average to me, if I'm honest. Okay, I shouldn't go too dark. So the other one came out really dark. I think this is going to be a good one. There's some really nice craters in this one, which is going to create the depth. And it was really hard with the foam clay, but I'm excited to do a big one with the other clay. And I think while it is still wet, it's probably better to put the mica on it because that mica got everywhere when I put the resin on it. And it's probably best to kind of get it tacky with the acrylic, to kind of give it a little like stickiness, like stuck onto that acrylic, and then when I put the resin on, it won't like lift it. But I can't also keep using the same brush for everything. I'm gonna use this like dot sponge thing that I use for my child's crafts. Because I think instead of a brush, it'll give it that like just on top of the grooves. Ooh, that actually might be a perfect size. I was gonna trim it down. I think I might just use it like that. It'll give it that antiquing effect versus like getting inside the grooves and fucking up the effect we're going with here. Oh my god, where did I put the mica powder? This is like crazy when I do crafts. This is why I need the barn sorted. Where did I put the mica? Holy shit, it's underneath there. Okay. Alright. This is do or die right here. Ah! Nice. That gave it a really nice, just like, layer on top of the craters, if you see. That's really cool. I don't want to fuck it up, but yeah, maybe I just shouldn't fuck it up. It looks good in person. Okay, I'll let that dry. It's almost dry. It's acrylic. I'm excited about this one. I think it should dome. It doesn't have that ring, so it may spill over because there's creases that extend out into the whites. But hopefully we can get a nice enough dome and position for that. You know what? That's probably why maybe you can. I've seen a lady have like the ball, like the end of this, and she like pressed it into the like clay when it was soft. It's probably so it can create a better position for the pupil. Because if you think about it, like where's it gonna lay? If it's like something's in the way, it's gonna move to the side like the other retarded one. I want to make sure there's enough room for it. Should be good. Get it right there where that white spot is. See how the liquid is going into the grooves a little bit better than the last one. It's pretty cool. I'm like nervous. At what point should I add the pupil and which one should I add? What the fuck was that noise? Oh shit. Look at that. It fit right in there perfectly. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's looking good. Just add a little bit to the top. Actually, let's make it green. I'm gonna need to plug in this lamp ASAP too. Oh my god, I just got green on the white part. Holy shit, I have to clean that off. Oh my god. Actually, to be honest, it's gonna be covered by the eyelid, but I'll try to clean it off. I feel like I should have cured it because now that eyelid is moving. I mean, the pupil is moving. Let's get this baby cured. Annoyed by it. It'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to start doming. Make sure it's level. It's not very level. Holy bubble. Okay. Let's fix this on there. That was nerve-wracking. Was nerve-wracking. Close calls there, close calls, and this one's looking like an eye. Starting to look like an eye. A nice green eye. I hate that this thing is following me around. Why is this camera following me everywhere I go? Ow, it's so hot. Ah, again, I'm holding it upside down so that it can dome and have the gravity push it. Use gravity. Damn, I don't like how that did that. Ah! Oh my god. Ah! It's dripping everywhere now. Bad idea. Bad idea. God damn it. Well, I'm getting resin all over my hands. And we're going to dome it. Ooh! Ow! Well, that actually burns. UV resin burns when it's curing on that heat lamp. Ow. Don't like that. Making more retarded eyes. Gotta get that resin off my fingers. Ow. That can't be good for me. Oh, it probably will mess up your eyes. I try not looking directly at it. Actually, I try to have it avoid it around my face in general because I don't want UV light. I'm 40 years old. I don't want any aging, so I stay away from it directly. But on my hands, I kind of don't mind because it's like, whatever. My hands are a mess. And my eyes are a mess. Yeah. I'm now picking it off my fingers. It's like sticky and like curing at the same time. It's a little bit of a wonky eye with the doming. Again, my issue is because these are not from molds, so they don't have that even ring to it, which I can try to create now that I know. Now I know what's going on here. I can try to make it better, but I think these are usable. It's gonna look really cool. Let me show you. This is really hot. Switch lights. You can see the like textures to it. Looks a little retarded, but it's okay. With the eyelids, it'll look fine. But you can see the like textures. Hold on, I'm trying to get it to you. Oh my god, this is so difficult to do. And you can see the mica powder and the layers and the colors. But yeah, with the lids, it'll look good. I'm just gonna take this resin off my fingers. I don't want to cure it on my hands. That was not fun, and it's sticky when it's not cured. And it's like half cured, so let me get it off. I'm gonna go wash my hands, I think, somehow. I think alcohol. Oh god, that could not have. I'm gonna get skin cancer from that, curing on my fingers. How's it going? Alright. I just have some hand sanitizer, which has some alcohol in it, which should counteract the resin. I didn't like how that felt. That was like cooking my finger. That was wild. The amount of like damaging shit I've done to my body in the name of costuming, you have no idea. Kind of concerning, honestly. I don't want to Google that. Yeah, so the clear ring around the eye, I think, is necessary. I feel like people have like, it's like perfectly circular, the irises, and kind of did it a little jagged, but that one looked fine. Maybe it's time to, it's still a little tacky. I think we can add some eyelids to it. Should probably do it this way since that's where I was touching it. I know, I just hate wearing gloves. Gloves are like so like restrictive, especially when you're doing like really small and intricate things like this. It's like in the way. Is that a Forest Storm Hellfire Gala costume? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know like Storm from like the X-Men. I don't know. Don't know what Hellfire is. It's probably another one of those kinds of things. Let's do this eyelid. This time we're not going to do the added piece. So I'm going to make it kind of thick on top so that we don't have to do that. Oh, also the gloves. I think it would still burn because it was the heat. It would definitely like still burn. Got a little pigment on there, but that's fine because I'm gonna gold leaf it. You guys don't have a great angle right now. Hold on, I'll show you my angle. It's looking pretty good. I don't think there was enough doming. See, it's like the eye doesn't really like become really like dome-like as much as I'd like. It's a bit flat. But that's because I didn't have a good ring around the eye. So it was just like seeping. As soon as I piled too much resin on, it would just start like seeping over. So, yeah, but I think that looks much greener and has more depth to it than the previous eye that we just did. Let me try to show you. Just play with it a little bit. Sorry, I just have to play with it like this. I think that looks better. Oh my god, it's so hard to show you guys. It's interesting from your perspective because I'm seeing like it differently than from my angle. And I can see like kind of what to fix differently. Anyway, alright, I think that's looking pretty good. When this is gold leaf, it's gonna look like jewelry. I mean, I don't know how much of it I'm gonna keep, but I'm kind of liking how much of the flesh of the eyelid is there. It's kind of creepy and cool. It's gonna be covered with a lot of feathers too, so this is gonna be, remember, gold leaf around here, so it's gonna look like jewelry. but it's gonna have a lot of feathers too around it. Various layers of feathers. Hold on, let me think. But it's gonna be gold too. Ah! Anyway, I think it's pretty cool that way. It's better than the other eye we did. But, you know, yeah, this one looks so retarded. I mean, when you have a billion of them are like next to each other, it's gonna be fine. Like just like a bunch of different like eyes. When you have a bunch of them like all next to each other, like you're not gonna notice that some of them don't look perfect, so it's fine. But we're getting there. I have 3 eyes so far. 1 retarded one, 1 semi-retarded one. Gonna put some on my palms, on my gloves. That's what I wanted the big ones for. Might have to make some different big ones though. Oh, you guys can't see me. Hold on. They look pretty retarded on screen, I'm not gonna lie, but it's alright. I'm gonna do them a million times and we'll get some cool eyes. But I was gonna have some on my gloves, on like the palms of my hands. This lighting is terrible. I'm just gonna do like, and then on the costume all over it behind me with the feathers. Yeah. Let's try one of the small ones because they have some good ridges for doming. So yeah, man. Like look at, oh no, wait, that's not filled in. Oh no. There's one. Some of these are kind of wonky though. Oh, they're gonna stress me out. These are gonna stress me out. Whatever. I think I need to get it to stick to something though. Kind of a weird optical illusion. Alright, let's see how these small ones look, because they should have some good doming effects. I'm using a retardedly large paintbrush for what I need to do because I don't have any paintbrushes. I can't believe I have an entire art barn and I can't find paintbrushes. I need to go to Michael's and get some art supplies. This is so retarded. Use a different brush. This is crazy. Use a different brush. This one's retarded too. This is literally a children's paintbrush. Like their stupid little like toddler paintbrush sets. I think actually no. This is a real paintbrush. My bad. I just gave him it. I'm keeping it quite light because remember I add the amber to it and it darkens it up quite a bit. Oh, almost fell. Okay, so we have this little sponge guy. Should let it get tacky first. That one doesn't look like it has having a lot of texture going on. It's just, when they're so small, it's really hard to do it, honestly. Also, I think some of these were still the foam ones, which were terrible. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go with it. needle go? Oh man, I hate having a loose needle around. That's gonna stab me. I'm gonna get another needle. Oh, my finger still hurts from that burn. These still may be too big, these pupils. Actually, they're alright. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to do a little curing at this phase before we dome it. I'm nervous about the doming. Okay, needle. I'm going to stick this needle in my utensil thing. Oh, I think I found my other needle. There we go, no loose needle. Okay, curing. I'm excited about these ones. Really want some good big ones, but you know. I have to figure out how to perfect the mold situation. I need some good big molds. Are you saying it's bad if I like watch it get cured? I'm supposed to wear glasses or something, right? I shouldn't watch it get cured. Didn't we used to have UV lights in our bedrooms with all those like UV posters and stuff from like Spencer's? A bit tacky now, so I'm going to add some more resin. Start the doming process. The thing is, I'm kind of scared because these aren't all the same. Maybe I should do one at a time of the doming because they're not all the same kind of like levels. Oh god. And I don't want to like start twisting and turning one and mess up another one. So I should, yeah, like this one has like a tilt to it. Alright, I'm nervous. It's hot too. Okay, let's do this. I need light. I need more light. I'm nervous to turn on this other light. I don't want to start like, the power can go out if I have too many things on. Because I like have an 1800s house and I have a lot powered on like one outlet. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I need multiple hands, man. Sorry, I'm not in the shot. I just need to tilt it correctly. I think that's a dome. I think we've domed it. I think we've domed it. Yes. See, that's why you need the mold. You can actually dome it. See? So you're saying I should have more protective gear while using this UV lamp light? God damn it. What I'm saying, wise guys, is that the large ones I made. I'm finding more needles. Oh, where did that needle go now? Hold on, I just lost the needle. God damn it. Oh, there it is. Okay. The large ones that I made like from scratch, like by hand. And so as you see, like the ridge, there's no like proper ridge. I just kind of like started like cutting away at like the textures of like the iris, but I don't have a clear solid ridge. So when I try doming, there's like nowhere for the liquid to like sit on. And the molds that I have, they're very, very tiny molds because they're for doll eyes. But I'm looking for the biggest I can find of eye molds of various sizes, but I need more than like small ones. I need like, you know, like this size ones as well. And they have like a distinct ridge. As you can see here, I painted the ridge. It has a deep hole and a ridge. That ridge, you see? And then that way you can add the resin to it and it'll dome and sit nicely on there without spilling out. But there's nowhere for it to kind of sit on this. There's no like, see, there's like not a good ridge. Anyway, so, wait, so, yeah, the UV light does have some sort of stand, but it's in the art barn and it's like cumbersome and it falls off it all the time. I just thought that I can like manhandle it. I mean, I used UV light for like nail art all the time. Didn't we? Like when you did the like nails, the fake nails, it was like a UV light for like decades I used that. Anyway, let's get this eye roll. Okay, so how does this look? That one's looking good. Oh, that's quite a nice dome. I don't know if we need to do another layer though. Quite possibly. The more of a dome you have on it, like the more realistic it looks. So I'm just, it has a certain viscosity to it. And it's quite thick right now, so I'm moving it right around the edge. So so I can get that nice last dome on it. Oh yeah, that looks so good. It's really all about that dome. Okay guys, I'll put that UV lamp down here. How's that? It's at my feet now. Will I get cancer if I do that? I think we're in the clear. Check it out when it has a nice dome on it. See if I can get it close to you guys. Ah! Where is it? There it is. God, looks like shit on camera. I swear to God, it's good looking. Let me see if I can prove my point here. Oh, you see, you're starting to see like the dome from that angle. Nice and round. See the round eye? That's it. My other eye is a bit flat. So having it really like domed makes it look really realistic. It'll look better when you put the eyelid on it. Alright, I have to cover the whole thing in resin too. Give it a little coat. I need that piece of silicone. I'll do it right here. I also need a brush to paint it with. I'll give it a little coat. Okay, now I'm having it purposefully cover it. Really, I need another paintbrush. I don't have a paintbrush. I have this damn thing. Just drizzle it. I'll drizzle it like it's a ganache or something. It's on the silicone, so honestly I'm not really worried about covering it. It's probably a bit much. Yeah, man. We gotta get a good mold going. I need a big mold. Damn, this eyeball's looking good. I wish we had big ones. Alright. I'm gonna let that cure down there. What's the next one? Yeah, this one. We gotta dome this one. dried up. Damn, that dried up fast. Maybe I'll use the other clay. The other eye. It's looking like an eyeball. And then once you get that eyelid on it, that one's gonna look great. This is the other one. I think it's cured. Yeah. Okay. God, it's not sticking to the resin part now. Okay, there it is. love how this retarded camera is just focusing on the like junk on my table. The water, paint water. Of course, there's a weird fucking thing going on there. Yeah, these little ones are so cute. I really want to see if maybe I can get some big molds on Etsy or something, because they come out so much better as far as like the technique goes. Okay, so you're saying sometimes the camera does its job. All right, I'll stop bitching about it then. Oh shit, the other one's heating up like crazy down there. Okay, this one needs some more doming. Alright, we're close. Is it following me? This is what we have so far. As far as the little ones go, that's the first attempt. And that's my second attempt. Well, I think it's improving. The big ones were interesting. Still have some technique to improve on with the big ones. You can see they look quite flat, like in the eyeball part, you know what I mean? Compared to like This one, I don't know. It's perfect. I know I shaved that one down. I don't mean like flat in the white part. It's just like the glassy part, I mean. Eyes. Third one. It's hard to really get a lot of like the textures when they're so small, but it's pretty. One more. Holy shit, is it 2 a.m.? Oh my god. Okay, well, this is my last one, I suppose. It's kind of wonky looking with the painting, but with the rim. This rim is looking kind of wonky, but whatever. It's a small eye. weird to me. Yeah. They're so small, it's like really difficult to kind of really do anything with, but they look like eyes, so. Okay, let's. It's like if the thickness isn't even all the way through, it makes the eye look weird. And then it's like, it needs to be kind of like same throughout. Damn nails. Just left nail marks in it. That's a good angle too. Okay. No nails this time. Nice. Alright, they're getting better and better. I'm gonna have a look on Etsy and see if there's any big molds. I thought I can just like hand carve them out, but this looks way better. Hold on. Alright, I have this one left to do for the evening. I'm gonna finish doming that. Bubble in it, so you gotta get like a needle or something and get the bubble out. Usually you use like a heat gun or something, but like just popping it works for this. Come on, or not. Okay, there it goes. Alright, let's do this. All right, yeah, it's the last one for tonight. Let's see how many we did. We did 1 under there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some partial ones, the insides of a bunch. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to streamline it a bit more, but that's alright. That was my first time trying to make eyes, so we'll streamline it. It's 3 a.m. in Argentina. God damn. You're like me? Just realized what time it was and then like suddenly became exhausted. Ooh, very cool. Let's. Has a little bubble in that one. Oh well, it's fine. I'm going to now cover it in resin. Ooh. Getting there. We're gonna have a bunch of eyes before you know it. Before you know it, we'll have a bunch of eyes. See if you can see it. No, can't really see anything. Next step is to gold leaf some of these too. A bunch of eyes on us. Let me see what we have here. One more time. Look at this guy. Kind of a wonky circle, but got a really nice dome on that. And some good depth as well. You can see it. Bubble in there. Oh well. I'm always so detailed about everything, which is a good thing, but I always end up realizing how no one really like noticed anything at these events that I like fixated on, but you know, it all adds up together, so it's good to be detailed oriented. My nails pinch. I don't even think my nails are that long, but it's like really pinching the clay in a way where I don't want it to, so it's like kind of annoying. There we go. Get another eye. Oh my god, it just came right off it. Oh my god. What is even happening here? Why did that even happen? That's weird. like more difficult than it seems to kind of get right. You gotta just keep kind of tucking the eye around. Kind of looks wrinkly, this one, but I don't mind. You doing this stuff reminds me of old cosplayers. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the crafting that I do with my costumes, it's a lot of like cosplay research gone into them. You have to like figure out how to like make shit. And like use some science and stuff with it. Sorry, I'm not in the shot. Alright. Well, that's that eye. Looking good. We need some eyes today. Yeah. Alright, we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes, but it was mostly experimenting with the process. We also did a lot of these inside bits, and I think that was a good call, switching to that air dry clay in the middle. So, yeah, man. Alright, guys. I'm tired. Probably gonna keep doing crafts up until the gala, so be prepared for more cozy looks, because I'm not doing all that hair and makeup just to do some crafts. But yeah. Good night.